EMbers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video from me. So as I've mentioned, or I might not have mentioned it because I don't know what order these videos are going out in, I am wearing the same thing. I am filming about 3 or 4 videos back to back today and I don't know what order you're going to see them in, so I don't wear the same clothes, I promise. But today's video is going to be my favourite video games that I have played this year. So they don't have to have come out this year, they could have come out in 1997, but if I played them this year, then it counts. But I have to have only played it for the first time. So no Oblivion, no Skyrim here. I've played them before. It's my favourite video game of the year if I played it for the first time this year. This is a top 5 and I have a couple of honourable mentions before we get to the top 5. But before I start, write in the comments below what have been your favourite video games of the year. Let me know. So, this is my honourable mentions. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I enjoyed playing that. I think that came out in 2022, don't quote me, but I played it for the first time this year and I enjoyed playing that with my husband. The only reason that this is an honourable mention rather than in the top 5 is because I'm really salty about the Rip Snorter level, and that's the only reason I don't have the platinum. So that's why it has bumped down a little bit into an honourable mention, but I really did enjoy Sackboy. Of course, part of the Little Big Planet universe, if you are familiar with that. My second honourable mention is the TCG Card Shop Simulator on Steam. So I played a couple of episodes for you guys here on this channel. So I think you've seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes of TCG Card Shop Simulator. I have been playing it off screen a little bit in my own time. And I wanted to take this time to ask you if you would like to see a playthrough of TCG Card Shop Simulator. It seems to have taken the gaming community by storm a little bit. So you'll have to let me know if you are interested in a playthrough of that. So let's get to the top 5. So coming in at number 5 is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. So I played this couch co-op with my husband. Wasn't meant for couch co-op because this is the remake, not the original. So they did implement couch co-op, but it's very, very clunky. Now, my husband didn't like it as much as I did. I really enjoyed Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and I cried and cried and cried with that game. I really, really did. So emotional. A very short game. We platinumed it in 5 hours, but I really did enjoy my time with Brothers. I loved the setting. I loved everything about it, and I loved the cleverness of, it's not in English. It's not in any language we know. So the characters, you get the story through expressions and emotions rather than what they're actually saying, because you can't understand what they're saying. And I thought that that was very, very, very clever, and I really did enjoy that aspect. And again, a very, very emotional game. Didn't come out this year, the Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake, but I did play it for the first time this year, and that's why it's number 5. So coming in at number 4 is going to be a surprise to a lot of people, I think, and it's Gotham Knights. So this is the Steelbook. Now, don't turn off the video, please stay with me, please. Is this the Arkham franchise? No, it's not. Is this anywhere near as good as the Arkham franchise? No, it's not. Is it better than Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League? I'll leave that to you. I haven't actually played that yet, so I shouldn't say that. But I have seen bits and bobs about it. I'll buy it one day, but I'm not thrilled to get it straight away. I enjoyed this game for what it was. So I played this in January. I got this for Christmas last year. And I platinumed it. I have not done the Kelvin incident, by the way. Absolutely not. But I have done the other one, whatever the other one's called. I really did enjoy this game, to be honest. Taking it as a standalone game for what it is, I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. I really did. And I liked the story. I know it's not for everybody. I understand that. But I did really like it. And I'm going to stick with that, you know. Because sometimes going against the grain is a good thing. And I think in this case, not many people like Gotham Knights at all. I really, really did enjoy it. As I say, is it as good as the Arkham series? No, it's not. But as a standalone game, I really, really did enjoy it, to be honest. So that is my number 4. So coming in at number 3 is a little bit of a cheat, actually, because I've picked 2 games, but they're both part of the same franchise, so let me have it. It's Cat Quest 2 and 3. Now, Cat Quest 2 didn't come out this year. Cat Quest 3 did. So this is the first game on my list that actually came out this year. And I played these couch co-op with my husband, and we had an absolute blast. I love the Cat Quest series now. Discovered it this year and I absolutely adore it. So in Cat Quest 2 you play as a cat and a dog, and the cats and the dogs are at war and it's stuff like that. And in Cat Quest 3 you're both cats and it's very piratey, and I love pirate themes. It's really hard to describe the Cat Quest games, but they are so much fun. We platinumed both of them fairly quickly. Haven't played Cat Quest 1 yet because it's a single player, and the joy that I felt playing it was playing it with my husband. So I will play Cat Quest 1, and we had an idea of maybe playing half an hour and then giving each other, giving the controller over. So we were both playing it in a sense. So I will play Cat Quest 1 and probably platinum it. But 2 and 3, I absolutely adored them. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. It's just that the other two games I thought were better, of course, going up on the list. So they're number 3, but they're absolutely fantastic, and I really, really do love them. And I would highly recommend playing Cat Quest 2 and 3 if you have a player 2 to play with, but I'm sure they are just as enjoyable on your own. Coming in at number 2 is another game that came out this year, and it's the Plucky Squire. I adored the Plucky Squire. Not normally my type of game, to be honest with you. I've mentioned many, many times I am an RPG player, and yet not one RPG on this list this year. So sorry if that spoils number 1. Not one RPG this year. I tend to go back to the RPGs that I adore, the JRPGs on the PlayStation 2. So it's very rare for me to actually discover a new RPG. But going back to the Plucky Squire, again, it's not really my kind of thing. Didn't think I'd like it, but it was free on Premium, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. And I loved it. I loved the Plucky Squire. Again, it's a game that I have platinumed, and I really enjoyed my time with the Plucky Squire. Very, very clever. I loved the difference between the cartoon bits and then in the real world, the 3D elements. I loved that. And I enjoyed the Plucky Squire a heck of a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that's why it's taking my number 2 spot. Coming in at number 1, it should come to no surprise to anyone who has been watching my videos this past year. We did a playthrough of it. It won Game of the Year. People were salty about it. I'm not, because I absolutely adore it. Astrobot. I absolutely loved Astrobot to bits, and it is my Game of the Year, and it did win Game of the Year. I know people weren't happy about it, but guess what? Tough, because it won and it deserved the win. You can unsubscribe if you want, it deserved the win. I adore Astrobot, and I'm sticking with that. The fact that we've had free DLC twice up until this point, there may be more. The Winter Wonder level was amazing. The speed levels, I am terrible at them, so I could have left them, but for what they were, they're free and they were enjoyable. And we did episodes on this channel, and the playthrough, I have never had so much stress but enjoyment at the same time. So I was playing Astrobot blind, blind playthrough, while also editing it and uploading every single day. So I'd never done something like that before, and I had the time of my life. I really did. I love, love, love Astrobot to bits, and I'd highly recommend anyone play it. I'm not a platformer. I'm not good at Crash. Do you know what I mean? I have played platformers and I am terrible at them. And I'm not saying I was the best at Astrobot, but I had an incredible time, and I just adore Astrobot so much. So yes, that is my favourite game I have played this year. And I haven't even shown you the disc. I'm that excited. I have got it. I did. This was a day one for me. It really was. And I just love it so much. I just love Astrobot. I got that excited I didn't even show you the disc. So that is it. That is my favourite video games I've played this year, 2024. Please let me know what your favourite video games of the year have been. I really, really would like to know. Again, I'm filming, I think, 3 videos on the bounce here, so I don't know which ones are going to come out in what order, but I hope you've had a wonderful holiday season, and I don't know if I'll see you soon, see you next year, I don't know, but until next time, bye Embers.